Hello friends and welcome to another video. Today's video is over the gallery build that I have promised you guys after the cafe build. This is cafe build part 2. So what we're doing right now is we're playing around with an idea that I have in my head for designing. I kind of wanted to make like a mini Blathers museum for this area, and you'll see that I fail eventually at trying to do this, and then I try a few more ideas and eventually come to one idea. But yeah, like I started playing around with the statues. I started playing around with these like little stands that you could stick things on, and I was trying to figure out like what you could throw on them. Not a lot of things actually go on there to my thought process, so I started playing around with more of the idea of like what statues I could put in here, what would work. But eventually I just gave up and was like, no, we'll just try something else. So I start putting down the same 3 statues that I had originally, which was the 2, one fake, one not real, and then the little Rosetta Stone thing for the statues. And then my idea was, why not do mini museums for around the world? So I started playing around with that idea. I really was enjoying it. I thought it was kind of neat. And then it got to a point where I was like, I can't do this build because it's not a big enough space for this build. So I eventually told myself, well, why not try something with the zodiacs? The zodiacs are so simple yet elegant, and I don't have all of them quite yet, but I eventually do try that out, and that's the build that I go with. So I start placing around these stars. I start looking for all of the zodiac items. I don't believe I grabbed them all. I have to go back through and re-add them in later, but for right now I just wanted to go ahead and get this build out to you guys. So I go through searching through, finding all the zodiac items that I could find. I know there's a few that I have definitely missed. I will add that in later, and I also want to kind of upscale this a little bit more later down the road. And then I forgot that, you know, the zodiacs also had like wall mounted items and stuff like that. And I really love these cute little star lights that I thought would go really well around the whole room other than the crepe side of the room. You'll see me put them there and then remove them on that side because it didn't look right. At least to me, it didn't look right. So I place down these stars. I kind of get them all even, if that makes sense. Like they go like they're supposed to for the lights, to where they're pretty even across the whole room. Man, my OCD hates me sometimes. Especially when I want something to look perfect. Like my OCD perfectionism like really hits hard. So I go through and I'm trying to rearrange all the zodiac signs of the way that I can remember them, of like how they're placed in the 12 houses, if you will. I'm a big tarot like fan person. I love tarot and all that, and trying to learn more about like how astrology affects certain things, the way you act, etc., etc. So I delve a lot into that. I'm still a novice when it comes to it, but it's something that I really enjoy to do a lot of research on. So you see me removing the little star banders there, putting the Leo sign back in the middle. Fun fact, I am a Leo. Another fun fact is I am the water rooster in Chinese zodiac, so woo. And then I wasn't really loving the flooring anymore. I wanted to keep it kind of the same thing that I had for the cafe build, but I wasn't really loving the parquet flooring, so I thought if I could try to do like a red trim around the place, it would look great. It was for the most part, but I couldn't get it to fit in there exactly, so I started looking for red flooring that I could put on there, and I did. I found one after many searches through rugs and stuff. I found the simple red flooring, and I decided to put that down there, but I still wanted something in the center to kind of upscale it some more. So I was playing around with wood planks, rugs. I was playing around with stone rugs, was doing a whole lot of like stuff that I liked to try to keep it similar to the bottom of the cafe build, and eventually just come to this red rug, this red Persian rug, I think is what it was called. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it was a Persian floor. I swear I'm saying that wrong. But anyways, I come to like this big old red rug. They have a blue one and then they have a red one. And red on red, usually you wouldn't go for that route, but I did. I thought made it look better, made it look more elegant, like it was a part of the flooring, like it wasn't added to it. So, man, I really wish I could remember the name of this. It's gonna drive me nuts. Yeah, it's a Persian rug. It's the red Persian rug. I was trying to remember. I was like, I think it is Persian. It is Persian. So I added that to the center of the flooring, and then for the lights around the place, I did add the same cafe black light. I also added the little elegant gold. I think I went with gold color chandelier that's kind of like a spiral, which you'll see that in another build later in the future for another one. And I just go around placing them, spacing them out appropriately to where they're even across the place, and I add it all around, and that will cover the entire build. So this is the final look to the gallery build in the cafe. I will be adding the other stuff that I missed in this at a later date. There will be an image on my website for you guys to look at. I am currently in the process of getting all the images right now processed, so those should be up within this weekend, hopefully. But the final look for the cafe gallery build that I call the Zodiac Gallery. So anyways, that's the end. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Stay batty. Bye.